get back. I'm convinced of that. We have become a nation of crises. We have a moral crisis. We have an economic crisis. We have an entitlement spending crisis. We have an energy crisis. We have an immigration crisis. We have a foggy foreign policy crisis. And the biggest crisis we have is a severe deficiency of leadership crisis. How to work the right problem. And leaders know how to surround themselves with the right people. And leaders know how to put together the right plans in order to be able to solve the problems. One of the reasons that we do not have stuff getting fixed in Washington, D.C. is that too often they're working on the wrong problem. Or working on the wrong problems. Let's just take enough time for one of these crises. Our economy is on life support. It is not understood by this administration that the business sector is the economic engine of economic growth. With that premise, you're not going to get the right solution. And so when the president the other day gave his speech on jobs, I didn't call it a plan. It was a speech on jobs. He didn't put anything in there that was going to put any fuel in that engine. He basically took the same old ideas that he tried before. We have spent $1 trillion. If $1 trillion didn't stimulate this economy, another 450 billion isn't going to do anything differently. All the president did, quite frankly, was to trade out one set of loopholes for another set of loopholes. And then expected that this economy is going to grow. That business is going to feel some certainty because we packaged with new rhetoric. No. Instead of trading out one set of loopholes for another set of loopholes, here's what I do to stimulate the economy. I throw out the whole tax code to begin with. And choosing a lot of losers. Throw out the tax code. And then let's pass my 999 plan. 9% business flat tax. 9% personal flat tax. 9% national sales tax. To replace all corporate taxes, personal income taxes, capital gains taxes, and estate taxes. But more importantly, it provides certainty to the business community so they can stop trying to figure out how to survive and start planning to thrive in this great economy. It's time to thrive and not just survive. Then we could turn our attention to fixing many of these other issues that we face. The only thing that's more critical than our economy is national security. But the founding fathers got it right, folks. They got it right. They got it right when they talked about those unalienable rights. But we have to be the defending fathers of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. We have to do it. But I happen to believe that we the people are still in charge. this country. I'm reminded of one of our greatest presidents ever, President Ronald Reagan. One of our greatest presidents. Not only was he a great leader, he had vision. And I recall the president describing the United States of America as that shining city on a hill that all of the rest of the world looked up to or envied. But in the last several years, that shining city on a hill is sort of slid down the hillside a little bit. And just like President Reagan used to remind us, this thing called freedom, very precious. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. It must be protected. It must be fought for. But one day, we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our grandchildren what the United States of America used to be like. I'm not going to have that conversation with my grandchildren. I don't think you're going to have that conversation with your grandchildren. With your help, with your involvement, with you staying informed, and with you staying inspired, let's push that shining city on the hill back to the hill